Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about one item that you can craft with Jewelcrafting, and I think that if you manage to get the recipe and to craft all these different items, you will make a lot of gold. So just before I start diving into today's video, I just want to mention that I'm going to talk about transmog. So if you are not a big fan of transmog items and you don't think that transmog are really a good way to make some gold, it's completely fine. But I would maybe invite you to watch another video because you might not like this one. So with Dragonflight, we are getting a new pair of Rhinestone sunglasses. So until now, we had the famous one that is pink. So this one, you were able to get it basically when you kill some of the world creatures and some of the world bosses in Cataclysm. You can get the pattern and then you can craft it. And after that, we also have this one, the bronze tinted sunglasses. These ones are only available during the WoW anniversary event. You cannot use them normally. And with Dragonflight, we are getting a new variations of these sunglasses, and this time this is like a emerald version of the glasses. So these really look nice, and these are things that, keep in mind, anyone can use because this is a cosmetic item, so there is no requirement. So it means that when you will be able to actually craft these items, anyone on your realm will be able to buy them. So this pair of sunglasses, you can craft it when you get the recipe. And what's interesting is that this recipe is something you can get by doing some fishing activities. I just made a video yesterday explaining how you can actually get some of these recipes by fishing. And you can then either learn the recipe or you can also sell it on the auction house. So this is really something that I think if you manage to get either the recipe or to learn the recipe and then craft these different items, you will be able to make a lot of gold. Also, one thing that is very important to mention is that here, in order to craft these different items, the sunglasses, you only need one in Jewelcrafting with Dragonflight. So it means that, for instance, let's say there is one cheap plan on your realm. What you can do is simply purchase it, then level up and out, take Jewelcrafting, just learn Dragonflight, learn the recipe, and you will automatically be able to craft these different transmog items. And then, trust me, you will be able to make a lot of gold because right now, not a lot of people have been able to actually get their hands on this recipe. So as you can see right now on European realms, these sunglasses sell on average for 50k gold. And as you can see, there is really not a lot available. On US realms, it's going to be between 50 to 92k gold. And again, there is not really a lot available on all these different realms. When it comes to the design, you can again sell it on the auction house. So for this one on European realms, it's going to be between 425 to 848,000 gold. And trust me, this one is going to be pretty rare. So I would definitely encourage you to either buy it if you see it for a very cheap price, or if you loot it through the different draconic recipes in a bottle, I would definitely recommend you to sell it for a high price. Don't sell it for only 100k gold because this is definitely worth more. On US realms, this one is going to be worth between 200 to 350k gold. So still pretty good. And again, there is only 24 available. So it means that if you get your hands on this recipe, you will be able to sell it for a lot of gold. So when it comes to how you can actually get your hands on this recipe, it's pretty simple. All you want to do is go here in that part of the Waking Shore, and basically when you will have reached Renown level 4 with the Iskara Tuskar reputation, you will be able to unlock the different fishing holes. If you don't have access yet, it's maybe because you are not in the Azure spawn at that moment. So just go back to the Azure spawn, and normally you will have a mob, like a friendly NPC that will spawn and give you a quest that will then unlock these different fishing holes. Again, it only happens when you reach Renown level 4. But basically, when you unlock these different fishing holes, you can then come here and you will have this icon on the map, as you can see, River Mouth Fishing Hole. And here you will be able to get more chance at getting a lot of these different items. So the items again we're after are the draconic recipe in a bottle. These different items can drop, but they're very rare. So really, for instance, after farming for 2 hours in this fishing hole, I was able to only get 4 of these bottles. So this is why I'm telling you this recipe is going to be very difficult to get, and hence it's going to be very expensive. And also all the different rhinestone sunglasses are going to be pretty expensive if you manage to craft them. And of course, I would highly encourage you to get some of the different items that can increase your fishing skills. So for instance, you have this Draconium Fisher Friend, and you also have this hat. So all these different items will make it easy for you to get some of these bottles. But again, keep in mind, it will still take a lot of time before you get your hands on one of these recipes. And then there is a lot of potential recipes that can drop from these different bottles. So it's going to take a while before you get this recipe. But again, that's the fun part, let's say, of hunting for these rare items. So that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you will be able to make some gold with this item. Of course, keep in mind that if you are able to craft all these different items now, you will make way more gold than later in the expansion, simply because there is not a lot of people that can like craft these different sunglasses at the moment. And so most likely on your realm, you will be the only one, or maybe one of the few that can actually craft the item. And so the prices are going to stay very high. So try to do that now, because again, later in the expansion, they will have more people crafting the items. And of course, the value is going to crash a little bit. So I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great weekend. Bye.